Welcome to Python with Andrew, where we take a short, sharp look at a couple of the key concepts using Python. And today, a controversial topic, the break statement. I'm going to talk about the break statement in the while loop and why people like it and why people don't like it. I personally don't like it, but I want to show you both sides and you get to choose whether you use it or not. So simply, if you look at the diagram below, we can use the break statement to break out of the loop at any particular time. So we typically use that as a chance to jump out of the while loop after some condition is met. So let's jump over and have a look at some code. So we have some code here, which is the same code as I had earlier. It's a simple loop. I ask for a command, and then I print the command, and then I ask for it again. In fact, I'm going to call it the first command because we're going to put the alternate version. To me, if I run this, I get a nice, simple enter the first command, and let's say it's run, and then it's go, and eventually if I say the word stop, it stops. So that loop's going to go over and over and over again until I say stop. I like that format because it explicitly says when I'm going to finish the loop. I'm going to finish the loop when the person types in stop. It does duplicate some lines. We could clean that up if we like, but I'm more focused on it's nice and simple where I know exactly when this loop's going to finish. It's right there in the condition. On the other hand, a number of people like writing code like this one below, where it's a loop while true, which means it's going to go forever because that will never be false. It'll always be true. So it's going to go forever, but we do check to see if the answer equals stop, and then we break. Okay, and in this particular example, we are looking like a few extra lines of code than the first one, but let's not focus on that because we could write it differently and better. What we should focus on is the fact that this particular loop here will go on and on forever, but once I say stop, it'll break out of the loop and go down to line 24. Okay, so it does not do any more loops. As soon as it hits the break, it goes straight out of the loop. So now if I run it again, let me actually comment this one here out so it doesn't run. And let me run. So enter my second command, go, run, pass, stop. So it works exactly the same. It's just a different style of programming. You will see this style of forever loop or a indefinite loop. You'll see that a lot in programming, especially when people want to break out in different times and in different situations. Why don't I like it? I personally don't like it because when we're reading this code here, break, right? We have to wait all the way down to break and look around break to see why are we breaking? Why are we finishing this loop? Rather than what I like is looking at the top row there and say, okay, I know why I'm finishing this loop. Well, not in this case here, but my case above it here. I know why I'm finishing this loop. I'm finishing it when the person answers stop. Whereas this one, we say, I don't know when the person's going to finish the loop. I need to see further down. Oh, there it is. It's down there with the break. And of course, this is small code, so it's easy to see. But if I have lots and lots of code, much more difficult to see. Also, if I have a while loop within a while loop, gets even more complex than that. So you will see the break statement. You will not see it in the work that I do because I don't tend to like it. But again, you should get comfortable with seeing it both ways make up your own mind, your style or how you're asked to program and use it in that case. There's also a continue command, which is rarely used, and that allows us to break out of, or not break out of the loop, jump to the top of the loop. Do nothing more, jump to the top of the loop. So for example, I could have here continue, and if I had other statements here like print hello, etc. Okay. You can see even my editor's saying, hold on, that's never actually going to be used. But if I could make that being used, but it's my editor's even saying, hey, that's probably not a good practice. That would work. It does exactly what you'd expect. It will never print the hello because it jumps from the continue back up to the loop and goes around again and again and again. Okay, so that print hello will never get used in my case. But there is a continue statement, very, very rarely used. So let's ignore the continue statement. But we should get used to seeing this idea of a while true loop. You'll see that in a lot of code, especially if you search the internet. A lot of people use it. A lot of people say it's a better way of doing it. I personally don't. You make a decision for yourself. Again, thanks for watching Python with Andrew. Do remember to subscribe if you have a chance. I'd appreciate that. And until next time, have a good day.